And here it is. This is a perfect example of extreme hybrid setup. This has larger lugs spaced further apart with a flexible carcass and super soft compound, and that's what makes this tire excel out there in the rocks and the technical terrain. Yeah. What's going on, guys? I'm Kyle Bradshaw. This here is Moto City, and welcome to episode 9 of Motoz Monday. Today we're talking about the Motoz Xtreme hybrid tire. Now last week we talked about the mountain hybrid tire and how it was the only one, it was the first one in the industry to come out with a hybrid tire back in 2013, and they won lots of awards for it in 2014. Now fast forward a couple years, we've learned from this tire, it's grown, it's developed, we've gotten feedback, and boom, the Xtreme hybrid's released. Now in the most layman terms I can put it, the mountain hybrid is more of an intermediate tire. It's going to be that mid-terrain tire. And the Xtreme hybrid is going to be the soft terrain version of this tire. Just like the Enduro ST and the Enduro IT, we have very similar characteristics. The first thing that we're going to notice on the Xtreme hybrid is the fact that these lugs are further apart than that of the mountain hybrid. Now taking a quick look at the differences between the mountain hybrid here on this side and the Xtreme hybrid over here on this side. When we take a look at these two tires, there's a couple striking things that you notice directly off the bat. Number one, the lugs here in the center of the mountain hybrid are actually significantly smaller than that of the ones over here on the Xtreme hybrid. You're going to notice the distance between the lugs on the mountain hybrid are a lot closer than that of the lugs on the Xtreme hybrid. You're also going to notice that every 4 blocks, we have a large block and then 3 small blocks, and a large block and 3 small blocks. Whereas on the mountain hybrid, all of these blocks are the same size, but they alternate. We get to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. It's going to allow a different type of bite slip pattern or a different type of leading edge grip that you're going to get out of these two different tires. Now when looking at the mountain hybrid, we have more of a taller block here on the sides versus the Xtreme hybrid is going to be more of a shorter block, if you will, but it's going to be wider or longer. That's going to give you that soft terrain traction. We get into sand or creek crossings or deep loamy terrain, this tire is going to allow you to have more clean out. It's going to let you have more space between the lugs for that bite slip, and it's going to allow that media to expel easier. That's the big downfall of the trials tire. You run that thing through some soft stuff and it just cakes up and just does not clean out. And that is one area where these tires perform exceptionally better than a traditional trials tire. Now let's take a look at the other features and benefits of this Xtreme hybrid tire from Motoz. Now the actual structural features and benefits of this tire are going to be very similar to that of the mountain hybrid. We're going to have a reinforced sidewall so we can run this thing down at really low pressures and reduce the effects of pinch flats. We've got this concave lock and block here in the center. That's going to allow these tread blocks to be able to flex. So while the blocks are really flexible and can form around objects, we also have the carcass of the tire that has grooves molded into it so that the carcass itself actually flexes. That's a huge benefit on this tire here. All right, let's grab a quick durometer reading on this guy here. This is actually a harder compound than we saw on the mountain hybrid. We're looking at 72 on the durometer reading for the rear tire. And then here for the front tire, we're looking at the same as the other. We're looking right at 70. And this Xtreme hybrid, we're looking at 1930 seconds or 16 millimeters. Moving up to the front, what do we have up here? Up here at the front, we're going to have 1530 seconds or 13 millimeters. Now, as we talked about earlier, this is going to be the soft terrain version of the hybrid series of tires. Now, there is one more tire that's going to be more aggressive than this tire in the hybrid range, and that's going to be the Arena hybrid, but it is not DOT rated. Now, in comparing this Xtreme hybrid front tire to that of the mountain hybrid front tire, you're going to find that the blocks on the Xtreme hybrid are actually a little bit larger than that of the mountain hybrid. We've got the mountain hybrid over on this side and the Xtreme hybrid over here on the other. Again, the first thing you're going to notice is the actual blocks are significantly larger on the Xtreme hybrid than that of the mountain hybrid. You're also going to know that they're further apart. They're not quite as close as we find them all here on the Mountain Hybrid. Now the Mountain Hybrid has a 3-lug structure here, and the Xtreme Hybrid only has a 2-lug structure. I think that was just to allow this tire to have more gap in between each of the tread blocks. Again, more of an intermediate terrain or mid terrain, and then this guy here is going to be the ST version or soft terrain. You're also going to notice that each of these side lugs are actually tied together, so you have flexibility on the top with a nice firm base at the bottom. Again, if you're looking for a soft terrain tire that's going to perform great in all conditions, take a look at the Motoz Xtreme Hybrid tire. Again, prime example of an Xtreme Hybrid setup from Motoz. Now, if you've seen any of these tires here that we've talked about over the last several weeks that you'd like to purchase, please go to motocityparts.com. We have a complete Motoz section on the website. There in that section, you can take a look at each of the features, benefits, details, and breakdowns of each of these tires. And you can also watch each of the individual videos there as well. Anyway, all of your questions should be answered on that page so that you can make the best buying decision possible for the style of riding that you do. And yeah, I'm Kyle Bradshaw. This here is Motor City. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, take care and ride safe out there.